It's time for the Traci Shoblom Show.
Well, hello, everybody. That is such a sunny little opening. I really love it. This is Traci Shoblom. This is the Traci Shoblom Show. It is a rainy, cold day here in Southern California, and it was nice to hear a little bit of sunshine in the opening. Now, I'm going to warn you guys right now, all three of my dogs are in a weird barking zone. I don't know what they're barking at. They're outside, so if you hear distant barking in the wind, just know all is well in Glendora, the sleepy little town that is nestled in the foothills of the mountains here in Southern California. Okay, so what I want to talk to you today about is the concept of visualization. Now, a lot of times when we hear the word visualization, we think of hippies and flowing robes and meditating gurus and all that woo-woo stuff, right? And chakras and astrology, and I'm going to visualize. And they do that, and of course there's a reason why, but there's more to it than that, and it can help absolutely every person on this planet, and you'll actually discover in a moment how some of the most successful people on the planet use the power of visualization to achieve their goals. So it is not just the realm of the woo-woo hippies like myself, but instead is an actual concrete tool that we can use to achieve what we want. I wrote an audio program for Nightingale Conant called, I think it's called Powerful Mind, Focus Mind, or Focus Mind, Powerful, something like that. And there's a whole CD on visualization and why it works, the science behind it. So I'm going to give you a little bit about the science behind it. Then I'm going to give you a little bit more of the practical application tools and like who uses it. So the science behind it is pretty straightforward. And that is, as you probably know, everything that we experience in our lives, our brains translate energy and vibration. Now, I know that sounds woo-woo, but just stay with me. They translates energy and vibration into our, senses. So the things that we smell are basically certain things hit our nose hairs translated into nervous vibrations, which then go to the brain, which then be like, this is what pizza smells like. Okay. Similarly with your sight, the colors don't have meaning until our brains interpret them as having meaning. That's why animals can or can't see the same colors with us. Same thing with sound. Animals can hear a whole range of frequency that we can't hear. And the reason for that is because of what our brains are set up to do with the energy vibrations coming into it. So the same thing is true with dreams, visualizations, and reality. Our brains, the actual physical network of nerves, does not know the difference between what it sees in your backyard and what it sees in your mind. So if you close your eyes and evoke a memory, or I'm sure you guys have all had, if you went to college, you've seen the experiment, and if you haven't, you can find it on YouTube, where they have a person think about a lemon, and they close their eyes and they imagine a lemon, and they imagine smelling the lemon and tasting the lemon and touching the lemon, and they start to salivate, and they start to physically react as if they were really experiencing a lemon, even though it's completely and totally only in their minds. All right, that is the power of the mind. Your mind can bring forth any circumstance at all that you want to be experiencing. That is so powerful for us right now who are being stuck up in our houses and we can't leave. So you actually can leave. You can leave anytime you want. I think there was a thing going around Facebook, which was like post a picture of some landscape that you were at but has no people in it so that we could take little mini vacations. Author Jim Fannin does this with his professional athletes that he coaches. He does it obviously with regular people too, in that if you close your eyes for 90 seconds and you visualize somewhere, you visualize something, your brain doesn't know the difference between you really being there and the reality of it. And what's in your mind is what I'm trying to say. So this is powerful stuff. The chemistry of it basically is that when your brain is envisioning a lemon or an ocean setting or a goal, accomplishment, the certain hormones and neural signals and your brain chemistry begins to alter itself, regardless of whether you're looking at it in the real world or whether you're looking at it in your mind. And then it's like the creation of a valley. The more you think it, the more you experience it. The more you think it, the more you experience it. Those thoughts, those hormones, those nerves, they just strengthen and grow. And then the other ones diminish and fade away. And you're literally rewiring your brain to experience that new reality. Okay? So let's talk a little bit about who uses this, right? The people that use this range from the most successful entrepreneurs, business people, athletes. It's common knowledge in the field of professional athletics that if you, like, for example, if you read interviews with Kobe or Michael Jordan, that they saw, even I think A-Rod too, they saw the win before they ever stepped out on the field. The game is won or lost before you ever get into the game. Because they literally close their eyes, and they visualize hitting a home run, slam dunking, running and making baskets and throwing the football and all the things. They professionally do this as part of their training. Same thing with entrepreneurs. They visualize the successful outcome of their venture. They visualize successful meetings and public speakers. You visualize yourself in front of crowds. And basically, if you visualize it, your brain then begins to wire itself for that reality. Okay, so how can mortal beings like you and me, who aren't professional athletes and famous public speakers and, Bill Gates, how can mortals like us use the same concept? The thing is what we teach in our coaching, and I'm currently working with my body tutor, and one of the foundational stepping stones there is the fact that we need to have a pretty clear idea of our end state. And this is based in very valid psychological research as well. We need to be pretty sure of where we're going in order for us to let go of where we are. Human beings are notoriously resistant to change. And so unless you can be pretty sure that the new reality is going to be better than where you are now and that you're going to be able to get there, then you're going to just stay where you are. You're going to stay in the same patterns. You're going to stay in the same habits. You're going to stay in the same circumstances. You're going to rely back on the old habits that are not empowering, but they're comfortable. That's why we emotionally eat, because it's what we've always done. And somehow in our minds, we think, well, any other thing isn't going to be as comforting as emotional eating. So for you, who is looking to become more healthy in any area of your life, whether it's physical athletics and exercise and becoming more sports oriented, or whether it's stopping emotional eating or increasing healthful food consumption or whatever, losing weight, whatever it is that is your goal, envision yourself on a regular basis, every day, twice a day, close your eyes and envision yourself already there. I personally do this right before I fall asleep. I envision myself at an ideal weight or, ideal musculature, or now my new thing, now that we're all home, is I'm looking to master to a new level, whole food plant-based cooking. So I'm imagining creating these delicious, amazing meals in my kitchen, and they're all healthy, and I know that there's nothing in it that I shouldn't be eating and all this stuff. So basically visualize yourself not like saying no to like food that you don't want to be eating, turn away the French fries, say no to chips, and then envision yourself feeling happy and positive and good about that. And it's not just a visual like in your eyes, like they call it visualization, but it's a whole body involvement. Tony-Robbins gets you to do this when he's talking about changing your state. And he's like, if you got a call that said that you had won $1 million in the lottery, you wouldn't just be like, oh, that's really wonderful. I'm so glad to hear that. Thank you for that information, right? You wouldn't do that. You would have this whole intense rush of emotion, and you would jump up and down and you'd be like, woo, this is great, right? So when you're doing your visualization, involve as many of your senses as you can. And, if it means you got to do it when no one's around, do it when no one's around. But get up and be like, that's right. I rock. I'm good. And just like use verbal and audio and kinesthetic and move around and jump around and really get into that reality of what it would be like if you achieved that goal. And then what happens is the more you do it, the more that actually then becomes your reality, and it starts to manifest on the outside of your life because you've rewired your brain and your hormones, and your whole body becomes rewired for that new reality. Okay? So, I get so excited when I talk to you guys. I just love it. So visualize success, visualize your goal accomplishment, visualize whatever reality that you want to have on the other end of this crazy world scenario that we're all in. This is your opportunity. The outside world is shut away from you right now. Take the time. Take this moment in time when we've all got this massive pattern interrupt and create some new ones for yourself that are empowering, that are going to achieve your goals, so that you can emerge on the other side of this and be like, wow, that was a life changer for me personally in the best possible way. All right. So subscribe, like this, comment on it, share it, do whatever you want with this podcast. Visualize yourself listening to it again and again and again. I'm going to give myself a round of applause because I love myself. Yes, I do. And I think I'm funny. All right. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, everybody. And come back soon to the Traci Shoblom Show.